Hello, and welcome to The Listening Room, a spirituality podcast brought to you by SpiritSourceConnect.com. The following is part 3 in a series. If you haven't done so already, you may want to go back and listen to part 2 before moving forward. Enjoy! Before I get into talking a little bit more about why time to do nothing is so important, I'm going to tell you what doing nothing isn't. Because you might be thinking to yourself, well, I'm doing butt all the time. But that's not the kind of doing nothing that I'm referring to. Kicking around, goofing off, lollygagging. Yeah, I know you're putting a definition of doing nothing on there, but I'm really talking about some serious contemplation here where you don't have any disturbances. You don't have any mental or audio stimulation, or even if you can wing it, visual stimulation, which means closing your eyes. And the reason for contemplation are for you to use your creative mind to receive ideas that would simplify and expand and improve your life, improve your health, improve your relationships, and improve your money. I do this frequently. So last night I got some very clear indication of a small step that I can take for my health. I have excellent health, but there's always ways that I feel I want to fine tune it, or I'm always doing a little bit of maintenance. And, I got some very clear information because I sat there for a half hour, 45 minutes with no mental stimulation. And the directives came for many different areas of my life, what to do with my time today. And I was told also, like, we're going to quit carbs for a couple of weeks. And I was like, oh, come on, man. Someone just brought over a bunch of cookies, and I haven't eaten those. Thank you, Judith from Charleston Cookie Company. Brought me a buttload of cookies for our dinner party last weekend. And guess what? Leftovers. And I'm eating cookies. I'm eating pasta, cupcakes, risotto. And Spirit's like, you know what? Can we stop here? That's enough already. And I'm going to follow that. Yeah, I know. Someone in the chat room there. I'm sorry, Steve, you didn't get any cookies, but you didn't take any home. So you better hurry up because there's only 2 left now. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to go on now with what doing nothing isn't. Doing nothing is not hanging out with your friends and having a few beers. You think this is doing nothing. It's not. You're actually working on your relationships, and you're playing. Your relationships are always teaching you something. Don't you ever come home at night about who said what to whom and what's going on with this person, and were you supportive with somebody or were you kind of nasty to them? When you're hanging around with your friends and having some beers, it's great. It's great time, and we all need time to play. We need time to laugh. But that's not doing nothing. You're actually doing something. Next, doing nothing is not watching TV. Nope, it's not. You are not creatively engaging your mind. You are not receiving your creative genius. You are watching TV. Now, I personally, one of the things that I do for play and relaxation is I love classic movies. I love all the old stars, and I give myself some time to go do that. But I do not fool myself that I'm giving myself some contemplation time. Here's a few more. I'm just going to go down the list here. Going to the gym is not doing nothing. Lying around and listening to music is not doing nothing. Mowing the lawn, shopping, riding your bike, making dinner, talking on the phone, answering emails, paying your bills, worrying. Worrying's a good one, isn't it? You sit around and worry. Please, people, please. I know you say that you can't help it, but you can. You're going to discipline your monkey mind and stay in the now. Or trying to figure things out. Sitting around and trying to figure things out is not really the contemplation that I'm talking about. Now, when you start out and you first sit down, you may find yourself in this kind of download period between, okay, you first sit down and you're going to get quiet with yourself. You're going to find that your mind is going to have to go through the passage of going from being really busy from whatever your last activity was to kind of emptying itself out. And just allow this to happen. What doing nothing really means is to give yourself a timeout. You know, we do it for kids. When do we get to do it for ourselves? It's a big timeout. It's a timeout from any kind of engagement in any way, and where you're quiet, wherever you are, is without any kind of mental or audio stimulation or visual stimulation. So this actually gets to be something that's really hard for some people to do. I mean, you might say, okay, this is really boring, but when was the last time that you were able to actually do that? You might even have some internal resistance. You might not even be able to do it. To actually sit and be quiet and not try to watch TV or listen to music or talk on the phone or figure things out. I mean, could you possibly sit and close your eyes and just sit with yourself for 30 minutes? Some people can do this because they've practiced at it and they've been able to build itself up. If you don't have this kind of practice, then I encourage you to just start small. And it's actually not that bad. It's not that scary. I remember when I was a child, I would find myself doing this all the time and actually would get in trouble for it. My mother, who spoke French, and for new French speakers out there, she would say, toujours dans lune, which means always in the moon. She would find me just as a young girl, just on the couch, staring off into nothing, and I could do that for a really long time. I think I was really still very much connected to the other side and receiving insights and receiving thoughts and daydreaming. It's what we call daydreaming. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to allow children to do, because really the brain is still continuing to develop. It's growing. It's receiving nutrients. And as those brain cells continue to grow, they're stimulated and the child is stimulated. So you all, I hope, have a memory of lying down in a field or lying down in the grass and staring up at the sky to the clouds and just watching them. Allow yourself this kind of time again. This is such a joyful thing, actually. And you will find in 2 minutes you're going to want to get up because you're thinking of all the things that you have to do. What can't wait 30 minutes? And the reason this is so important for you as an adult right now is because you are providing spirit with an open window to reach you. Spirit is so eagerly waiting to get through to you, and it cannot when you're watching TV. It cannot when you're talking on the phone or when you're cooking dinner or when your mind is already actively engaged. It can get through to you, however, when you can disengage your mind from the material world around you. And it's so eager to get through. It has always such messages of love. It has big, big heart. It knows exactly all of your most predominant preoccupations. What are you worrying about most right now? Spirit knows that. And for whatever problem you have, there is already the solution in place. The thing is, you haven't connected to it yet. And when you can sit in contemplation and receive this beautiful source energy so eagerly waiting to get through to you, you will be one step closer to the solution that's already in place there, right there for you. When you do things like worry, you take that window and you slam it closed shut. In fact, the window isn't even there anymore. When you decide that you're going to stop worrying and just surrender, give it up and let go. Take this problem or this preoccupation in your mind, and if you have to visualize putting it in your hands and offering it up and letting it go. Just take the whole situation and imagine the whole thing in your hands. What are you worrying about right now? Is it school? And how are you going to get all this stuff done? Is it work? And how much it drives you crazy? Is it so and so in your life that you don't know how to deal with? Is it your money situation that is so frustrating? Take it and put it in a ball in your hands and just push it out visually. Just push that ball out and say during this time of your contemplation, say, I surrender. I surrender this up, even for these very few precious moments. I surrender it up just for this short period of time. And I open the window for a higher creative intelligence to speak to me now, to reach me now. I am open to receiving an inner higher guidance that I know is always available to me. And so often things just come. And it will be important for you to act on the messages that you're receiving. You might receive a simple little suggestion that you give somebody a call. And it will be directly related. A solution will come that will be directly related to that major preoccupation that you have right now. I have done this so many, many times. And I know when my life gets chaotic, I know when my life gets crazy, things just start getting derailed if I don't take out time to sit and do nothing. Especially if you can find a place to do this where it's quiet. And I thought about this. There are very, very few places where you can be in silence anymore. I live kind of in the country. It's kind of a suburb, but kind of in the country. And still in the distance, it's in the distance, but there's some traffic going by, or the neighbors will have this lawn, tool fixture thing that's loud, or some four-wheeling, buzzing thing. It's not that often, but I really have to drive far away to get to a place where there is complete silence. Now, I do have to say, sometimes 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty awesome. It's a really awesome time. Now, that's not available to everyone to be able to do that, but just think about how rare and precious it is to be able to find a spot where you really do have some silence. Fortunately, we do have a beach here that isn't that far away. And, in the summertime, it does get busy, and I always try to stay away from these loud radios that are constantly going. What is more beautiful than just listening to the surf? The rhythm and the passion of the back and back and forth is totally in alignment with your own rhythms. That's why you feel so good when you go to the beach and you can just lie there. Going to the beach is an excellent time to do a lot of contemplation. It's a different story if you're going to the beach to have a party with some friends and listen to music and drink some beers and chit-chat. That's not what we're talking about. It's kind of nice to go on your own or go with someone that you're close to that you can both sit in silence together. We're not going to be reading a book. We're not going to be doing anything. Just contemplate. It's excellent for couples. This is Suzanne, and I want to thank you for listening. To listen to part 4 in this series, please feel free to move forward to the next episode. Thank you.